Hi, my name's Craig Thatcher. I'm a guitarist and a guitar teacher from Eastern Pennsylvania. I've been playing since the mid-'60s, and I've known about modern guitar since the mid-'60s, so it's a real pleasure and an honor for me to be here today to help introduce the Performing Artist Series guitars. This is the Grand Performance model, the GPCPA1 guitar. First thing that really jumps out at me is its striking good looks. Of course, it's constructed with all solid tone woods. We have spruce for the top, rosewood for the back and sides, ebony for the head plate, the fingerboard, as well as the bridge. And on this guitar, there's an oven coal wood binding going around the body. The neck is also bound with it, as is the headstock. Really sets it off, gives it a beautiful look. The GPCPA1 comes standard with a bone nut and a tusk saddle. The pearl inlays on the fingerboard are unique to this model, and the rosette. Another unique feature is the pickguard, which is unique just to the GPCPA1 guitar. All these features together add up to just a wonderful playing experience and a beautiful, big, rich sound. The neck on these Performing Artist Series guitars is something really special. It starts off with a width of 1 3/4 down by the nut. It is a slim profile and also a slim taper down to the 12th fret. And the taper at the 12th fret is 2 1/8 inches. So we're going from 1 3/4 to 2 1/8. That means that I can play a guitar chord, a big E chord down here by the nut. I can play one up here at the 12th fret with relatively the same ease. The cutaway on the GPCPA1 has been moved down just enough to give extended playability up above the 12th fret. And the amount of material between the neck pocket and the neck itself is minimal to give you a very smooth transition when you're reaching for those higher notes. There are 3 distinct body styles to choose from in the Performing Artist Series. First is the Orchestra Model, which is the OMCPA1. And the Orchestra Model is the traditional smaller body guitar with a clear sound and very balanced sound. Then there is the Dreadnought size, which is the DCPA1, which has that traditional Martin low end that we've all come to know and love so well. The third model in the Performing Artist Series is the GPCPA1, which is the Grand Performance. The Grand Performance is somewhere between the Orchestra Model and the Dreadnought, and it has its own sonic signature, meaning that it's got a really rich, full sound, a lot of low end without being boomy, the clarity of the Orchestra Model, but a little more volume. It'll be a fine all-around guitar whether you're performing on stage or in the studio. The F1RS system consists of only 2 knobs and a nice bright LED located in the perfect spot, so the player just has to look down and there it is. Total ease of operation. The built-in digital tuner allows you to tune up acoustically, and when you are plugged in, it will mute your output. Getting a great sound with this guitar is as easy as plugging in, tuning up with the tuner, which we've already discussed, setting your blend between the internal pickup and the aura image, and finally adjusting your volume control. And there you go. Now we're at the second level menu. Here we're going to choose the mics that we want to use, the mics that we want to hear this guitar actually played through. To do so, we just press the function switch. The letter I pops up in the LED. Now we can scroll through a menu from 1 through 9, which actually gives us access to 9 different world-class, high-quality microphones. After we've chosen our microphone, our next selection is going to be equalization. Now we have separate equalization for both the aura image and for the undersaddle pickup. What we'll come to first is a T for treble, and we can adjust the treble, or we can either add to or we can take away. The next was going to be mid-range. The next is going to be bass. Now we have uppercase letters, large uppercase letters, for the equalization which responds to the pickup. After I've set my equalization for the undersaddle pickup, I can then go back to, for instance, the T for treble, hit the volume knob one time, the T becomes a smaller T. And then I can adjust the treble for the actual aura image. I can go through and do the same thing with the mid-range and the bass. So it gives us a separate EQ for both the undersaddle pickup and the aura image. Next we have the letter C. The letter C stands for compressor. This guitar has a built-in compressor. We have a selection of numbers from 1 through 9, which are various levels of compression. What the compressor is going to allow you to do is really several things. It's going to allow you to cut through the mix when you're playing with a band. It's also going to bring up some of the subtle or lower passages, and it'll tame down some of the harder playing that you might do. Next letter up is A. A stands for anti-feedback. Anti-feedback is either in the system or it's out of the system. It's achieved by just simply turning the function knob. So you get the letter I or the letter O. Let's say you're at your next gig and you're having an annoying feedback issue. All you do is let the automatic anti-feedback control notch out that frequency, and feedback's gone and you're back to playing again. The integrated battery box is easily accessible and is designed with a separate output jack and end pin. The end pin has actually been moved forward a little closer to the top, so when wearing a strap, it actually pulls the guitar in towards your body, so you don't get that feeling of the guitar kind of sliding away from you. The overall weight is very light, and it is not at all neck heavy, and as you can see, it's perfectly balanced. Puts the guitar in the proper position for playing. With its legendary Martin tone, striking aesthetic appearance, and onboard intelligence, any one of the 3 Martin Performing Artist Series guitars are guaranteed to take your playing level to greater heights. Try one out at your nearby Martin dealer today.